Solana holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys are reading the title. Let's waste no more time and really understand what's happening with Solana right now and, what we could be expecting, going further, obviously, into the year of 2025. Pretty much, February has, wiped out a lot of money out of the crypto space. A lot of projects down quite substantially. And I know, a lot of retail, interest is not there right now. The people that are still here right now, if you're still here in this crypto space right now, guys, you are really, here to stay. And again, get used to this because these types of moves are very, very common, even in a bull market. I've been saying this, for such a long time, and I'm sure, people are starting to realize that. But, what a massive bloodbath, of course. And again, on this Crypto ZX channel, none of us are surprised because this is something, we've been speaking about. If you're looking at it on the weekly time frame, we are, of course, seeing crazy amounts of red as well. Solana down quite substantially, but let's take a look at Solana's price, see what's happening and, of course, what we could be expecting. But before we get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So Sol is currently sitting at $127.91, down 10% in USD, down 2% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap at 64 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about $5.8 billion. So quite a substantial pullback for the broader market. But, let's take a look at what's really going on. So as far as the DeFi, sector for Sol goes, about $6.8 billion in total value locked. Of course, it has pulled down, from its all-time high that, we saw literally last month. But if you're looking at this, guys, volatility shares, Solana's, futures, ETFs, Sols and SOLT, have appeared on DTCC's list of exchange-traded funds, the first Solana-based products on the platform. This follows the SEC acknowledging multiple spot SOL ETFs filing earlier this month. So, are we getting closer to a Solana ETF approval? Potentially. And I know a lot of people are scratching their head. Solana has been, performing so good in terms of retail interest, in terms of institutional interest, in terms of, developer interest. You have seen it at a record height. It's, outpacing Ethereum in a lot of metrics. But why is the price down? It's simple. The broader market is pulling down. And of course, the FTX creditors being paid, that's a huge one. The reason why I say that's a huge one is because we're talking about $2 billion. That's not a small number by any means. And that also put a little bit of a sell pressure on Sol as well. But some people are looking at it as a great opportunity, in my opinion. And, we're going to be talking about whether or not it is realistic to see Solana dropping below $100. I was actually talking to a friend of mine, just a few hours ago, after we did see this pullback. We were talking about Solana and, Solana's future. And we talked about the potential of Solana, reaching below $100. And we're really going to talk about, is that a realistic thing to be looking out for? Or is it just a complete bluff? And, we shouldn't really be talking about, certain prices like that. But if you're looking at the dominance, not much has changed. And I said this in my HBAR update, if you did end up watching that. And this is really good because it is helping the broader market, especially during times like, what we're seeing right now. But, Bitcoin has done exactly. And again, I know some people only watch specific updates, but Bitcoin has done exactly what we've been speaking about. If we were to lose below the 23.6 and fail to get back above, I was talking about $80,000 to $85,000 price point, and will you look at that? We actually nailed those levels. So of course, a lot of fear, and I think as far as fear is concerned, I think we could see actually more bloodbath. Reason why I say that is because there's not much more support in the way of Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin's next major support is around $77,000, and if that does not hold, there's the potential of us actually testing the major support line at $73,700. So those are some factors we need to consider, of course, and considering, where we currently are to that support line, that still is about an 8% pullback for, Bitcoin. So of course, what happens if, that 8% pullback happens and, dominance remains around here or, goes up, that would mean give or take about a 12%, drop for, Solana. So where does Solana go from there? So a 12% drop for Solana actually puts Sol back down to $112, just above the $100 price point. But if you're looking at Solana right now, it actually retested such a significant key support line, for the first time since September. I want you guys to remember this. Last time the price of Solana was at this level was back in September. So, we're actually, seeing all the, gains that, we made after Donald Trump, was elected as the president of the United States. All those gains are completely wiped out because, we're seeing those support pretty much coming out for us. And we know the significance of the support. We're not new to this. I'm sure everyone that's been following my channel, we've seen several different retests around the support before, and that's where we are currently right now. So obviously, if Bitcoin drops below, down to the likes of 77 to even potentially down to this $73,800 support line, this is a realistic thing that, we could actually end up losing this support. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to really discuss, can the price of Solana drop below $100? Is that a realistic thing? That would be a 23.46% move. And obviously, if Bitcoin does not hold around this $73,530 price point and goes down to the neckline of 70K, that automatically makes us understand that this won't be an unrealistic thing to be looking out for. But me personally, again, not financial advice. Hear me out very carefully. I'm talking about my personal opinion and what I personally would do. At the end of the day, it does not necessarily mean that it's going to play out the way I would like, but I'm willing to take that risk, and that's on me. But I personally think, this is a great opportunity for myself to accumulate at a cheaper price. I'm excited because I understand, the potential of where Solana is going, considering, the institutional adoption, Fire Dancer coming out, of course, on top of that, potential ETF approval. I think that just changes the game, and how the blockchain industry is evolving. I think we are just at the starting phase of the adoption part. But again, I could not be more excited. Of course, I know there's a lot of fear. I know a lot of people are going to be scratching their heads right now, thinking what is this guy really talking about? How is he excited while there's so much fear? But remember, guys, been in the space for 8 years. I'm literally immune to these types of moves, and it's just I look at it from an opportunity standpoint to accumulate projects that I like. And if Solana drops below $100, which looks very likely, I will be obviously accumulating more at those levels. But obviously, we're sitting at a very, very critical support right now. If this drops, I think we could be making down to the likes of 120, potentially even going down to the 61.8 support line pretty much for the first time since summer of last year. So of course, a lot of bearish price action right now. No one on this channel is surprised, but we'll keep you guys covered. Let me know down below what you guys are doing right now. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.